You're this perp back with another video, and I just got done watching the brand new A24 movie Men. It's a horror movie. We'll get into that, but before I get into that, I want to let y'all know that my recent Twitter that I had, the perp minded 420, got snapped, Thanos snapped. So you gotta go follow my new one. It'll be pretty much the same as perp minded 420, but it's perp minded 420 0420. You just gotta add the 0420. You can find my Twitter. You can follow me on there. But with all that being said, definitely go check out my link in the description below for all my other movie reviews. Man, A24 has been really on a streak this year. Do they continue it with Men? You know, because you had X. X was really strong of a horror movie, and then you have Everywhere. Everything Everywhere All at Once, which is a phenomenal movie. Now you have this, and what I like about A24 movies, before I get into my overall thoughts of this movie, is that they are the only company right now making like original movies. Each one of their movies that come out has some type of different feel to it or a different vibe to it. None of it ever feels generic. So seeing this in theaters, it was pretty interesting too, because the crowd and the theater experience is interesting for any A24 movie. It was pretty packed. I was kind of surprised because I thought I was going to be the only one there. But when the movie got done, it was damn near like a full auditorium. It was crazy. So watching the trailer for this, I could see people being turned off, like, oh, it's one of those movies where it's like F men, and I could see like those anti-SJW type people not liking this movie, even though it is a movie about men. So, it's, but all jokes aside, you have our main character Harper in this. I didn't look up the actress's name, but this is directed by Alec Garland. If you don't know who that is, he also did Ex Machina, and he also did Devs, which I did do a review on, and I also collabed with Movie Files. If you know Elliot over there from Movie Files, shout outs to him. I covered that. You could check that out on the channel as well. So going into this, I already knew what to expect as far as this was going to be a movie that's definitely going to go over my head and many people's head. The ending to this movie is very odd to me, but backing it up, going back to the main character of Harper, she just went through some traumatic things with her ex-husband. Her ex-husband, we don't know if it's a suicide or if it's by accident, but when they kind of explain that in the beginning of the movie, it kind of can go either way. I have some other thoughts, maybe. But this is very much a psychological type of horror movie. It's very much a slow burn. I could see some people being kind of disappointed by this movie because it's don't go into it expecting like a gore fest, even though there are some really weird body horror type of scenes, which is just, I don't even know where to even begin with that, because once we get to the scene where you see in the trailer where she's looking in the tunnel, that's where the movie pretty much starts off. She goes off to this place so she can get her mind straightened out, you know what I'm saying? But something ends up following her, and you don't know exactly what that thing is, because at some points I was like, is this just all in her head? And then when you watch the end of the movie, you realize it's not really all in her head, because somebody else can see this stuff. So I like the cinematography of this whole entire movie and just the way it's shot. And it's definitely one of those cases where they chose style over substance, because stylistically this is a really well shot film. Just the story itself is kind of, I don't know how to kind of explain it. I felt kind of left confused at the end of the movie. I understood what they were going for, but it's just like, it's kind of a weird way to end a horror movie. That's why I said, like, at times it feels like a horror movie, but at the same time, it's not. Because I would say this was more of a thriller. This was definitely more of a thriller than a horror movie. Like I said, the direction is dope. The music is dope. I just wish I was just kind of expecting more. I guess not to say it was a bad movie at all. I could definitely see a case where if somebody didn't like this movie or just thought it was kind of a waste of time. It's definitely a slow burn. It's not going to be for everybody, but I do think this is a solid A24 movie. I don't think it's one of their best. It's not better than the last two movies that they put out, but I'm still looking forward to seeing what they got coming down the pipeline. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking forward to their next movies regardless, just because I feel like they bring so much originality to just a time where, you know, we get in a lot of generic movies. So I feel like regardless of how you feel about this movie, I still give it respect that it could kind of try to do something original. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's all I had to say about it without really going deep into spoilers. There's definitely some weird things in this movie that are very A24-ish. Other than that, definitely go check this out if you want to for yourself. Let me know in the comments below how you feel about A24 as a whole. Like, are you just now starting to get into their movies? What are some of your favorite A24 movies? Is this one of your favorite A24 movies if you do end up watching it? Let me know in the comments below. Till next time, I will see y'all in the next video. Peace.